I want to compare 4 species of spurges, or Euphorbia is the current genus. The old one was Chemisice, in the Blythe, California area. And today is September 27th, 2023. I just grabbed these from out in the field to compare and contrast. So the first one is the small seed sandmat, Euphorbia polycarpa, and it's a perennial. So that's the split in the Jepson key. Is it annual or perennial? And this is pretty obvious. I mean, you can see how big it is in comparison to the little annuals. It's also got a little bit of a woody stem. It's woody down at the base. And Jepson also says that the stem is ascending or prostrate. So it's a little bit more ascending in comparison to the annuals, which are just entirely prostrate. So they lay flat on the ground. So the first one is Euphorbia setiloba. And as you can see, the gestalt's kind of the same at a distance. And all of these have different colors in the field too. Like some of them are kind of red, some are green or lime green. They just have like different shades. I think how the soil is, they have different colors like overall, so that doesn't help. But if you look close, the way to identify Euphorbia setiloba is you can see the gland appendage is deeply 3 to 5 lobed. And it got a perfect common name because it's the fringed spurge or sandmat. But you can see that gland appendage, it's white, and you can see how fringed it is. So these are in full bloom today, so that's a great identifier for that one. And then I also noticed this plant is generally kind of hairy, so you can see the hairs on there. Okay, and then the next one is Euphorbia micromera, Sonoran sandmat, and this one does not have a gland appendage, so you don't see that white part coming off, but it does have glands that are pretty red. So we'll see if we can zoom in here, and you can see the red to pink. Jepson says they're red to pink, the Jepson manual. And then these leaves have the red dotting on them, but so does the Euphorbia abramsiana. So it is not a good characteristic to look at. And the leaves on Euphorbia micromera are entire. So that just means that there's no teething on the edges of the leaf. They're entire, they're smooth. Okay, so Euphorbia abramsiana isn't as common, or Abrams spurge. And it has toothing at the tip of the leaf. So that helps in identifying. And it doesn't have those red glands that are distinctive. And then I pulled up another one over here. And in most cases, these stems I've been seeing them, they're really hairy on Abrams spurge. So do you see the hairs on the stem? And that's kind of distinctive too. So it's got toothing on the leaves. It's got some hairs on the stem in comparison to that Sonoran sandmat, which looks a little bit similar to that Abrams spurge. And then Euphorbia micromera, here's a couple more. Just wanted to look at the margin that's entire and then look at the red and pink glands. So here you can see the red and pink glands are pretty distinctive. And then in general, these Euphorbia micromera are in all areas. So I'm seeing kind of in upland and in wet areas, whereas the Euphorbia abramsiana is more in like vernal areas, vernal kind of wet areas or sandy flats. Okay, so those are the 4 species of Euphorbia known as Chemisice previously.